Ships didn't just carry people. They carried spices, seeds, medicine, and of course stories. Early sailors had a lot they were up against, like scurvy, malaria, all of these different diseases. They had to find alternative remedies, and as they were traveling, they had to work with what they had. Were definitely deficient in many nutrients. They didn't have access to fresh food. They had to make do with what they had, and lots of sodium, because that's how they would preserve their meats. So they were up against a lot without fresh fruits and foods, and with these high sodium diets, and with being on a ship rocking back and forth, and all of these different things. Sailors were not getting enough vitamin C. Their collagen could not synthesize, and their tissue was essentially deteriorating. And then eventually we created ship gardens. They would find remedies at these different ports and such, and we started to trade more. Why did we have sailors? Why are we sending people on these long voyages? The main goal was to discover empty landscape, but that's not all Europeans were discovering. They were uncovering communities and generations of botanical knowledge. Originally, ships brought people, and then they brought herbs and spices and stuff, and then they brought people again. So we had German immigrants, indigenous communities, African Americans, Spanish influences, and unfortunately it forced the moving and almost removal of many indigenous communities too. Not a straight line, and the history behind it is not always positive or easy to read, but I am forever grateful for the sacrifices that have been made, and for the survival, and just for the ability to use herbs in the way that I can today. I just love reading and sharing these stories, and I think that we should do a little bit more sharing in our day-to-day lives. I challenge you guys this week, find somebody and just swap recipes with them. Find somebody that you're not always around, somebody that you maybe haven't reached out to in a while, and just ask them, what is a really memorable recipe to you, and then share one of your own. Like and follow along if you enjoyed, and without further ado, do not forget that you are